I'm not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Twisted Goblin, and I'm here to talk about Echo, the new Marvel series. And we know that Marvel has gone downhill, like not so much great series lately. This one is not the best, but it has some good elements. I think it has Echo is a better character than I expected. Sure, we had in the Hawkeye, and I was like, they go give her her own show. Why they not go give her her own show? That's stupid. It's like she has literally hand gestures. She cannot talk. Like as a side character, sure, fuck yeah. As a side character, this could be awesome. As a main character, it's like, yes, I get that. You know what people that cannot speak are able to do it, but also. I didn't see undertitles. Maybe I did it for wrong setting, but it's like I have to watch it. But somehow it was still interesting. I was like, I'm still glued to the screen. I like her history with Kingpin. Like that, he was a father figure. That it was a thing. Then, but he kind of killed his father. The father was so she wanted vengeance. The Kingpin pulled the team more up. So we had this whole history with the Kingpin and her. That was all fine. I love this mafia going on. That was great. I liked it. That's part I like, and that she was, her native American. Lovely. No problem with. No fucking problem with. I think it was very good. What failed me miserably was I liked her struggling. I liked her, you could feel it, even though you could not hear it. I can feel the emotion. And the Kingpin, seeing him as a daughter, there were some few fucking bad things about it. Everything right with it was the mafia thing. She being a right hand to the Kingpin, even went up against Daredevil. All of that was great, was awesome. We had that few Daredevil moment, Kingpin being okay, you're gonna be the right hand. Everything about that was awesome. Hawkeye, you see a flashback from the Hawkeye series. How she could turn even when he shot him in there. And Kingpin just forgives that. It's like, I gotta forgive that. I'm forgiving it. It's he even forgives it because it's like a daughter to him. He has this thing. He has some angry issues. Kingpin has this claim he always gets what he wants, and if he doesn't get, he gets a tantrum. I like it literally. He gets angry. He gets him. That's so that's weak. That was fun and all. And I think the ending with the Kingpin literally it's you could come with me. He doesn't. She doesn't. So I'm like, okay, she doesn't. Instead of okay, I will find another way. No, he goes back angry and kidnaps the rest of Echo's family that's still alive. It's like, why? Why? Come on, man. You're a strategist. You're somebody that's really good at being a strategist. You're somebody that's loves the Echo. You love the girl. You love Maya. Maya is this wonderful human being. You see them as a kind of a daughter. Why would you go snap and kidnap a fucking family? Yeah, that's gonna go. It's come on. That's so stupid. I hated that moment. That was that moment. I was like, why? Why do this? That's the moment I'm really oh my god, this is a bad ending. This is a really bad ending. A bad ending of oh yes, Kingpin has to be the villain. How can we make everything a villain? You know what? Throw it away. Let him get an angry tanksman and kidnaps. Why? What? Could he not be more strategized about it? Could he not be okay, I get that you don't want to come, but I will still be here. I will still be in your way. It's him being him, but leaving the Echo's family alone, and then Echo has to still Maya still has to be there, has to trying to stop and eventually that get balls over, that gets suppressed. Like, I would love to see this mention of like Kingpin still doing his crime stuff, but leaving Echo's family alone. But Echo always being in the way. Like, Tank tries to save his city, then eventually they get a battle, and Echo wins this battle, and Kingpin is like, fine, this is your thing, but don't come to New York. You want this town, it's all yours. Like, having this father and mother, instead he gets an angry stenchman, he gets a thing, and he kidnaps a family. That's like so bad ending. The worst thing about this whole fucking show, I felt like, is doing the supernatural stuff in it. It's like, seriously? This was cool mafia going on. Sure, the ending sucked, but it got me hooked on everything else besides the fucking best of the Native Americans tribe going on. Like, yeah, I get it. It's like you can have stories about it. You can have things lore about it. Whatever, but it doesn't need to be real. It doesn't need to be existing. You're not gonna see a god appearing and it's like, oh, I'm God. I give you the power. It's like, no, this was a mafia show. This feels like so an right hand mafia show going on with a Kingpin. Like, I liked that part of it. That was the part I liked. The emotions I got from those parts were amazing. The Native American stuff was also good, but going supernatural was the bad decision. That was the decision that really got me like, oh no, we're not gonna do this. No, oh my god, we're doing this. I was like, we're actually doing this. Like, I don't like that. I think that was like the worst parts of it, when we had like, okay, this is a native tribe. They have some native things that natives do. This tribe going on, this supernatural, and now Maya got powers. Like, Maya has powers, and she starts working with those powers. Like, why did we need powers? Why didn't we need that she had powers? She's like, oh yeah, and your mother can healing, and then you get it's like, why? Can they not just believe in something? Does it have to be physical? Does it need to be existing? Actually, like, oh my god, that's what I hate about it. It's like the existing, and then she has like against Kingpin the powers, and then does something to Kingpin, like going on, hearing his past, his thing, like going on, and then he just goes up. We don't see a lot of fighting. We don't see anything. I don't expect too much fighting with Kingpin, but it's like, still, I felt like it was so anticlimactic. It was so disappointment when it came an ending and she has powers instead of the fighting. She's been teached by the Kingpin himself to fight. She's been like this assassin and right hand to Kingpin. She should not be needing fucking powers. She's a badass on his own. She's not like a Black Widow, but with Kingpin. It's like, and she cannot do it. She has like a 1.5 fucking leg. Now we're gonna do the native superpowers going on. It's like, why? Why did that need to be there? I feel like that everything that's wrong with it was that parts of it. I liked the stories, but I don't mind if children are telling those stories or old people are telling the stories, but don't make it reality. Make it like, okay, it's something that happened in the past or history. We are not like, oh god, I'm gonna have Zeus powers because I have a statue of Zeus. Oh no, I'm gonna have Norse powers because I'm related to Thor. It's like, no, we don't do that. We don't do fucking that just because we believe in something. I'm not gonna have the powers of Cthulhu because I believe in it. It's like, it's so ridiculous that always like just because they believe in something, it has to become a truth in the series. It's like just gonna be a fate, can be a fate. It doesn't need to have a realistic expectation of, okay, now this is the powers I have because that's what my native tribe believes in. That I'm the chosen one. It's like, no, it doesn't need to. You're a fucking mafia series. It was fucking good till you give me that. Those points are so fucking wrong with it. I liked everything about it else. I like that Echo was kind of running from the Kingpin, and Kingpin forgives her, and they have like this fight going on between the two of them. I like that. I like that. That's like, yeah, she's kind of Kingpin is still kind of a father figure, and Kingpin cares about Echo. It's like, I like that dynamic. I liked it. That's why you should have built your blocks on, and that the family is like. That's like she's go. I like that part, but it's like that supernatural stuff going on. I feel like it was better when it's grounded. It's like very grounded in reality. That it doesn't exist, but it is a story that are told. But it doesn't need to have powers. But yes, we do have powers. Yes, it does happen. It's like, oh my god, you could have stopped. You could have literally got that off, and have a better series. The ending was still a suck because of the powers going on, but I feel like Echo was already badass. Echo is not like Rey. Like Rey is like of Star Wars is just like this woman that comes in, has lots of powers, doesn't know how to control them at the beginning, but instead of being afraid, you don't see that like struggle. And Echo, I felt like you saw the struggle with her. You saw struggle with the Kingpin. You saw the struggle. Here you saw something badass of doing. Like she's been trained about met the Kingpin. She is the meaning to being badass. She doesn't need the powers to be badass. It's like, but Rey, I was like, Rey's like this trash of a character. She is a cool character in general. Like I think like you could make a cool character out of Rey. You could make it, but she needs some more struggle. Like Echo has struggle. Echo has that struggle, but it's the ending and the supernatural feel on it that I felt like was not necessary. You also see her struggle that she needs hand gestures. She has also leg that's prosthetic. Like she has two things that are already a hard way to deal with it. Already hard life to deal with it. And then she's a native a Native American. So like also some stuff that's like, okay, this is my type. But that supernatural stuff of the native didn't need to be there. Just didn't need that. I was like, I really hated that part of the supernatural stuff. Like I didn't mind that she was Native American. I hated that she had the superpowers that she had to have this. She has just chosen one of the Native Americans. That's like, why does that needed to be? I'm just disappointed in that. It's like very disappointed in that part. Like that's the part I'm disappointed at. That made this series, because it's a short series, that made the series not complete. Not I rather have a grounded. This felt like it would be better and grounded series. I love some supernatural series, so don't get me wrong, I lie. But I feel like this was better when it tried to be a mafia, when it had the Kingpin against Echo and the daughter and father relationship going on. I like that kind of thing. Sure, it was an uncle, but it's like, I like that relationship. I liked when they expand on that. Like, I like those stuff. Those were great stuff. I felt emotions. I felt all the emotions that got there. But when it did the supernatural stuff, it really lost me. It's like, why are you doing this? It's like, oh, we're going to do this. Can I skip it? Oh, I can. Then I'll skip it. It's like, didn't feel so good. And then the last one is like, I got superpowers. Now Kingpin is just going to walk away because superpowers. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, yeah, everything wrong with it is that. Like, some people on the internet will tell you it's woke, or some people would tell you it's the best show ever, you just don't like a woman. Neither of those are fucking true. Because that didn't have to like this wokeness at all. Just had this. I felt like she is a strong character, yes, but she deserved to be a strong character because she got trained by Kingpin. She had actually training. You saw her history. You saw it in the Hawkeye. She saw her struggling. She had a struggle here. Just the bad stuff that I felt like was the supernatural stuff. I was like having this native. It was not necessary. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but my point being is the supernatural stuff was way too much on it, and she was already a badass. She didn't need the powers to be a badass. I felt it was it's good, a grounded story. I think Disney, Marvel Spotlight would be good, even though they're like, hey, this is more R-rated. Spotlight is more R-rated. It's like not that R-rated. It does feel a little bit of difference, and it feels more like a struggle that actually characters should go to. I feel like more series should be like this, but the supernatural was not necessary. The ending was so unnecessary. Like that version is like my supernatural powers. So, like Echo was already a fucking badass. She didn't need fucking powers. My standpoint still stands. Supernatural powers were not necessary in this state. It was very unnecessary. And I could go on, no, but I'm not gonna go do it because I know this is gonna just go in a loop. So, in general, it's a half-baked good show. It's like, it has lots of good elements, but it's failed with some elements they pushed into it for no damn reason. And the ending, I was like, the last episode. It's like I was very scared to go to the last episode because I know it would fail. I know the last episode would terrible fail, and it did. It failed miserably. It's like for whatever reason he got back. For whatever reason he kidnaps the family. Yeah, that's gonna show it. It's like for whatever reason, she gets powers and makes Kingpin just go away. And yes, we get an end credit that he's gonna try to be a mayor, but whatever. It's like, that's it. I could go on, like I said before and before. So I'm gonna end it right here, right now. What are your thoughts about Echo? Did you like the Marvel show? I think it was not the best, but it had lots of good elements. It had some good things. Just the supernatural really made me fail the series. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the Twisted Goblin, and I see you guys in my next ones. Goodbye, good night.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.